When you think of the most iconic Hololive duo, one word comes to mind. PekoMiko. Of course there's Okakoro, Akushio, Amesame, Takamori, Beiris, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to history, status, and of course entertainment value, none stands as high as the PekoMiko combo. From the iconic Kohai Senpai banter to one of the most iconic moments in Hololive history,
これさ、多分ペコラたちは白ペコじゃん、確実に。でも5人の中に黒は絶対いるから全員殺せばペコラたちの勝ちだよ。行こう。行けよ、さだ。オッケー。タコミコがやたらさ、目方殺そうとするからさ。
It's not an exaggeration to say that this duo shaped Hololive into what it is today, a globally recognized VTuber agency, full of comedians. However, even with everything PekoMiko is, and was, why is this iconic duo no longer active? What happened to PekoMiko? Will we ever see them together again? Well, to answer these questions and more, we have to go back to the roots of PekoMiko, before the existence of Hololive. We need to go back to where it all started. We need to go back to 2015. On December 24th, 2015, the day before Christmas, a video was live streamed on Nico Nico featuring two streamers going by the names 110 or Ito and Mashiro Hina.
クリスマスイブだよ。伊藤だってさっきため息してたじゃん。絶対まだクリぼっちかとか思ってたでしょ。だからさ、ほら、そんなみんなを歌で元気にしてあげようよ。そうだね。
Yes, PekoMiko dates all the way back to 2015, with Pekora's previous life, Ito, and Miko's previous life of Mashiro. Ito and Mashiro had great chemistry together. Their insults and banter were as comedic and iconic back then as it is today. Ito's character model held a bit of Usada Pekora's iconic blue color, and on the other hand, Mashiro being a blonde twin-tail character bear little to no resemblance to what would be Sakura Miko. Now when it comes to archive videos of Ito and Mashiro from this point forward past 2015, unfortunately there are no archives to be found. Both Ito and Mashiro either privated or deleted most of their previous streams, leaving only this video of the duo on Ito's Nico Nico channel. This definitely was not the only collaboration between the two, however, but since both parties have made their content private, it's hard to tell how many actual collabs the two had between 2015 and 2016. But it is speculated that Ito also appeared on Mashiro's channel on Twitcast and collaborated on separate stream occasions. Also, interestingly enough, this Christmas celebration in 2015 would lay down the blueprints for a future PekoMiko Christmas collaboration 5 years later on December 24th of 2020.
めっちゃ毎日さ配信頑張っててさ、すごいなーって思ったで。
後輩として誇らしかったでしょ。
誇らしかったよ。
ね、
大きくなったね。
あんたが
ミコが
ね
先輩でよかったねっつってね。
え、ねえ、あんたさ、なんであんたが使ったティッシュを起こすの？
Now this is where we take a jump from 2015 to August 1st of 2018, Sakura Miko's debut with Hololive. And during this time, nobody could predict how this elite baby would take the VTuber community by storm. Of course, there were a lot of struggles along the way, as stream counts were low for Miko until her GTA streams, which helped put her name on the map. And as Miko gained her footing, so did Hololive, as they would go on to debut Hololive Generations 1 and Generations 2 in 2018 respectively. And on August 1st of 2019, Hololive's third generation of Hololive Fantasy was announced and would debut 5 new Hololive members, one of them being Usada Pekora. It would only take 1 month before Pekora and Miko would collab together in Minecraft on September 15th of 2019. During their first stream together, Pekora and Miko acted like total strangers meeting for the first time.
あれ、もしもし、みこ先輩ですか？コンピコ
And after their slightly awkward introduction to each other, however, they then went on to talk like no time had passed between them.
いつも優しいミコ先輩がいてなんも入ってねえじゃねえかよ。
違う、もうちょっとここ真ん中で開けて。
真ん中 中で開ける。うん。
なんでこの人落ちないの？ちょっともうちょっと後ろ。
待って、これさ、なんかさ、すごいさ、音するんだけど。いいかな。
After finishing their first collab, duo garnered the name of PekoMiko. Interest from viewers began to grow, and in short, more PekoMiko collaborations meant more views. Numbers for PekoMiko started to grow, and then this happened.
値段したんだよ、これが。
すごい。何これ？どれ？あ、値段した。ありがとうペコ。今日はとても楽しかったペコ。さすが先輩ペコな。
お願い。いや、手伝ってくれて本当にありがとう。本当に感謝してるから返してくれ。
これ？そう、それ。やった、ありがとうペコですペコ。
お前の裏ボスか。
そうペコ、気づいたか。ペコラを殺さないとこれはもらえないペコよ。
本当にいいんだね。それを狙ってみようか。ずっと頑張ってたいな。ちょっと返してごらん。早くないやつ。あいつ早くない。
バカがいるペコよ、バカが。
水中でも聞くペコよ。
じゃあねミコ先輩、バーン。
許さねえ、マジで。
どこいるペコか。
どこだよ、ね、
こっちペコよ、こっち。ほら、オープンだ。返そうと思ったらそれペコか先輩は。
いや、なんかまたやってくるからいいの？返してくれんの？
ほらよ、頑張ったペコな。
The iconic moment was clipped and replayed on YouTube and Bilibili more than 500,000 times. Things were only looking up for the comedic duo as they would stream Minecraft together. They also took time to do funny 3D collabs and random stream call-ins as well. Yes, life was good for PekoMiko fans, and for PekoMiko of course, as they continued to dominate and garner high stream viewership, reaching over 100,000 views regularly on each other's channels during 2019 and 2020, which back then was almost unheard of for a VTuber, let alone a VTuber duo. But then we start to get into the year of 2021. Around this time, both Pekora and Miko started to collab more with other Hololive members. Miko started collabing and streaming with Suisei to create the now infamous Miko Comet, and Miko at the time also started to become more active with Korone to form Miko Koro.
好きな人に入れていいんだよ。
コロネ。
コロネの絆ちょっと嬉しいけど。
Pekora, also starting to collab outside of PekoMiko, started streaming with fellow genmates Hosho Marin and Uruha Rushi as well, and at the same time also began interacting with her kohai Tokoyami Toa and Shishiro Botan. With the slowing content between the two, both Pekora and Miko started to branch out to different collaboration projects, with Pekora starting the Usaken arc during the summer of 2021, and Miko planning the first Hololive Sports Festival the same year. The collabs between the two slowly faded from existence. However, there was a brief mention of PekoMiko during Hololive's alternative PV, which helped keep their existence in the spotlight. Fans of PekoMiko, myself included, were in a drought like no other, and it seemed like, for whatever reason, the two just didn't have any plans to stream together. That was until the announcement of the 2021 Hololive Fall Sports Festival. This drew both Pekora and Miko into converging paths. Miko would be organizing the event, and Pekora would be a team captain leading the event. The stage was set, but funny enough, just before the sports festival even started, Pekora and Miko would have an unlikely crossing of paths.
運営さん入れねえよ、こっから開業してるやばいこいつ燃えろつわつわ
何？
この音してる？
見えません。
僕らは白い稲妻だ突き進む光の矢。
知らない。何その歌、古いんじゃないの？
あんたさ、小学校もして中退してる？もしかして。
And with this, the PekoMiko duo was back in action once again. The entertainment and comedic gold that the two provided was enough to end the PekoMiko drought. Seeing the two with their usual banter and petty arguments brought joy to so many PekoMiko fans alike. This also brought hope that there would be more collabs like this in the future. And the future looked bright for fans expecting the duo to return like old times. But then the month of October passed and there were no collabs, with the same results followed in the months of November and December. And so, the drought began once again, and sadly, at the end of the day, it looked like the PekoMiko Minecraft collab was just luck. And again, the PekoMiko duo wasn't active until the foreseeable future as 2021 came to a close. On March 6, 2022, Miko directly addressed fans about the future of PekoMiko content on her stream.
ただもうなんだろうな、タイミングとかいろんなね、お互いが頑張ってるとか、そういうまあという感じであやふやに終わらしていく。いやでもミコ結構本当に尊敬しとるからね、ミコは。結構見とるしね、そんな感じやから、まあ気軽にみんなねって感じっすわ。はい。
This was the news that PekoMiko fans alike were dreading. PekoMiko was an indefinite hiatus, and this time it was official. It seemed like PekoMiko wouldn't be interacting on stream anytime soon. This seemed like the final curtain on what was the most iconic Hololive duo. And again, PekoMiko fans were sent to the dark ages, waiting for someone to answer their prayers for the return of their beloved PekoMiko. July of 2022. Their prayers have been answered, and by none other than Hololive's first generation member, Natsuhiro Matsuri, or more specifically, the game Rust. As Matsuri started streaming Rust on her channel, Hololive members started to flock to the game like ducks to a pond. Pekora and Miko would also be joining the Hololive Rust server. Dubbed as Season 1 of Hololive Rust, the server brought about breeding grounds for a certain war criminal, and of course, the pillaging grounds for the elite baby. And at that point, it seemed inevitable for the paths of Usada Pekora and Sakura Miko to cross once again. July 24th, 2022, saw the first interaction between the two in almost a year.
なんかやり合ってるぞ。わかんないけどなんか撃たれてる。争いはやめましょうよ。一人いるわ。あいつなんだ。
And the PekoMiko war was now in full swing. This brought about many different adventures between Pekora and Miko.
あれ馬消えた。あれ馬はなんか急に殺されたんだが。ナイス、周り見てるから取っちゃえ。ミコは中身を取らなかったのに。ブワーなぜペコーラ。これがラストだ。本当？あ、本当だ。こんにちは。よくないあいつは。そうなんか。逃げなきゃよかった。
And with Rust's in-game microphone, Pekora and Miko didn't need to be in a call to interact with one another. Both Pekora and Miko came together again to form PekoMiko. With the end of Season 1 of Hololive Rust, Season 2 brought about almost every Hololive member into the server. And this of course also led to less screen time between Pekora and Miko, as there were now more members to interact with. And sadly, we would not see the PekoMiko duo interact again while playing Rust. And again, PekoMiko fans would wait quietly in the dark, hoping for their prayers to be answered for more PekoMiko content once more. Months went by without a sliver of hope, and as 2022 came to a close, the future of PekoMiko seemed bleak. On March 19th, 2023, Japanese musical artist and composer Deco27 decided to collaborate with Hololive to produce 10 new songs which would feature Hololive members, and Deco decided that the opening act for the Hololive Fest concert would be none other than the PekoMiko combo. PekoMiko was back, this time on stage, performing, and PekoMiko fans embraced the performance with open arms.
ドドーンとペコミコモッシュレースからのホロニーナステージのトップバッターをね、ペコミコ初手で泣いたんですけどデコさんがいやモッシュレースは1番にしたいんですよねみたいなこと言ってて、おーって1番かーみたいな、緊張するなーと思ってたんだけど、本当にね一番最初に持ってこられてってね、もう2人とも緊張という感じで頑張りましたいやなんかもうすごい久々な感じがしてさ、なんかこうグッときたね、みこも
現地でガンガン声出ししたけど面白かった、楽しかった、ありがとう。ホロニーナは知っての通りデコニーナさんが作ってくださったモッシュレースペコだったんですけども、トップバッター行かせていただきました、ペコミコで。
But of course, all good things must come to an end, and with the end of the performance, PekoMiko once again disbanded and went into indefinite hiatus. And now, we jump to today, nearing the end of 2023. Since the time between now and the March Hololive Fest concert, there have been no signs of any PekoMiko streams or content, with many hopeful fans let down with the disappearance of Pekora during what would be the last Hololive Sports Festival that would be hosted by Miko, Mio, and Subaru. This probably was the last chance to see PekoMiko in action in 2023, and yes, we are in a PekoMiko drought once more. Which brings us to the conclusion of this video. Full disclaimer, both Pekora and Miko are still streaming and have streamed amazing content throughout the year and past years aside from PekoMiko. And this video only focuses on PekoMiko not being active, not Pekora and Miko themselves, who have since gone on to create amazing memories for Hololive and PekoMiko fans alike. With that said, however, PekoMiko is still inactive unfortunately, and there sadly hasn't been any announcement for future PekoMiko collaborations. But there is always hope. And as we have seen in the past, both Pekora and Miko are bound together by a cosmic red string of fate, and they will both undoubtedly reunite someday to form once again the most iconic Hololive duo, PekoMiko. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who stayed and watched this video until the end. I had a lot of fun making this video, rewatching some of my favorite Hololive moments, and reliving the past couple of years. And I hope you also had fun looking back on some of the most memorable times of Hololive as well. With that said, again, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.